What's up, everybody? This is Damon Hatfield, Senior Editor here at IGN. I am joined by...
Casey Lynch, Editor-in-Chief.
He's my boss, so make me look good. We're here checking out the new trailer for Tomb Raider, which is a game I've made no secret about the fact that I'm very excited for it, and I know, Casey, you're excited for it as well.
Yeah, I just saw it during the lead up to E3, and I'm equally excited.
So yeah, you've already gotten to play some recent gameplay of it. So we have this new trailer here. This is actually, it starts with a minute of old footage, but if we skip ahead a little bit here, we get to see a whole bunch of new stuff. This is where the demo that we saw last year ended, with Lara sort of emerging from that first cave.
Correct. She's all beat up, and she looks over this vista. The Tomb Raider logo comes up, and the demo ends. And this is actually where this year's E3 demo is going to kick off. So this is the first look at the new footage in, I think, over a year.
Yeah, and so you can tell from this footage right here, her hands gathering the water, her drinking from it. You can tell this is in-game footage. This is not pre-rendered.
Yeah, everything that we're seeing here is all playable and is all in-game, correct.
So I think you start to see some of the weaponry that she will be using in this game. At 125 here, you see she pulls a bow off of this guy, this unfortunate gentleman. There's hostile forces here on this island where she's shipwrecked, basically.
Correct. Yeah, and we're going to learn all about that over the course of what we see at E3. But for now, yes, this is a person who she's come across, and she lifts a bow and some arrows off of him,
and
she
you can
looks
tell
like
it's fashioned from sticks. Like this, he didn't go to like an outdoors shop to buy this bow. Like
no. Yeah, this is a homemade.
This is very Ted Nugent.
Yeah, it's very. Ted Nugent would be proud. This is a DIY bow. And the interesting thing is now we're going to see her learning how to become this person that we're familiar with, that we've played throughout all the games so far. But she doesn't have two guns; she's got a bow and arrow.
Exactly. And so she's alone, shipwrecked on this island. She has to find food for herself, so she's going to gather it herself. Look at this shot! She nails this deer in the eye. This girl's hardcore, man. Look at that. She's a really good shot with a bow, apparently.
Instant takedown.
Yeah. So I don't know. Are there feel free to stop me if there's anything you want to point out here.
I will say that having played this already, it's incredibly hard to shoot the deer in the eye.
you didn't actually get that shot there.
I did not.
At 147 here, we find out that she's maybe not as alone as she had originally thought. She finds a friend here. Apparently, if this girl recognizes her, she was probably on the boat with her.
Correct. Yeah, and we're going to see a little bit later in the trailer as well. A group of people have survived this the shipwreck, and this girl's being taken hostage. And oh, she steps in a bear trap. Yeah. That kind of sucks. Yeah. So we're seeing all this stuff. I mean, Laura is getting beat to crud throughout this trailer and the stuff that we saw last year. When she fell, she had that spike go through her body, and now she has a messed up foot.
Yeah, these are her fellow shipwreckees, I guess. Are you a shipwreckee if you become shipwrecked on the island?
Yeah, or maybe Tom Hanks would call them castaways.
Yes, castaways. I like that.
Yeah, and it's an interesting group of people. We've got, like, if you go back a little bit, we've got a big guy. We've got what looks like a college kind of geek with the glasses, the escape button on his shirt. And then we've got what I'm assuming is sort of the scientist smart fellow who's got glasses, and he's got the smart vest and a merce, and he's got a nice bleach job.
He's looking good. He could be Ryan Clements could play him.
He could.
And so they end up being ambushed by these other characters here. And you can see like they got a sniper on him from up top.
Exactly, but he is a bow and arrow sniper. So again, these are people who don't look like natives per se, but they are still using makeshift weapons. So they perhaps have been shipwrecked here as well.
It's interesting. Is it Russian that they're speaking? Is their accents? They sound Russian. I hope that not being.
I don't know. They are
American right now. But
they are not speaking English. Let's say that.
But we know that they're shipwrecked off the coast of Japan, which is interesting too. So they're not.
They're not Japanese.
Exactly. Here, I wonder if we're getting a look at some stealth gameplay here as Lara is trying to escape.
Yeah, so what it looks like has happened is she's been taken captive. She makes her way away from this group, and she's trying to get away, but this guy who looks like their leader discovers her here, and there's a kind of creepy, awkward scene that we're going to see here in a second. But yes, there's stealth, hiding in the shadows, sort of staying out of the light equates to staying away from the enemies.
Right here, she's trying to stay out of sight from this guy, but he fires a gun. Did he execute someone?
I don't know.
I hope not. I'm worried about Lara's friends.
I mean, they're burning down the village, though, so that's not good.
Yeah. This is where the uncomfortable moment that you were just talking about.
Exactly. So this guy, right, not a good move.
Stranger danger.
Yes. Don't try this at home, kids.
So she escapes, and then this is, you know, she's not a killer at this point in her life, so it seems like, you know, taking this guy's life has had a traumatic effect on her.
Absolutely, and you know, in the same way, when we see her shoot the deer, it looks like there was some lamenting going on as well earlier when she shot the deer. We see here her becoming this Tomb Raider, and Crystal Dynamics the guys have already explained how the process of the beginning of the game is going to be her having her kind of 007 moment that we saw, for instance, with James Bond and Casino Royale, where that right there, I think we just witnessed Lara Croft's first kill.
This part's a little cheesy. This is when the voice in her head is telling her to pick herself up, and she's a Croft. That's a little like Return of the King, Frodo being picked up by Lady Galadriel.
I was going to go Return of the Jedi, Obi-Wan, but
okay,
yeah,
it's
one of the
those
returns.
things. Here, is this gameplay? Is this bullet time, like slow motion bullet time effect?
I hadn't seen that, so
Okay.
I think that that might be, but that's what everybody who was watching the trailer earlier thought.
Well, here I want to point out, you know, we mentioned they're off the coast of Japan. This is a Shinto, very Japanese-looking shrine that she's running from here. There's an explosion. There's a body flying out that lands through the bridge there.
Yep.
Very cool.
And we're seeing this this growing this mechanic that's becoming popular, which is running away from the action and towards the camera, so your controls are backwards. And I think we're going to see that a little bit later in the trailer as well.
Reminds me of Brave Fencer Musashi. How many viewers out there remember that game? What is this weapon she has? This is like an ice pickaxe?
It is,
She's using
yeah.
And then on this helicopter, Japanese flag.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the big, big finish, the big climax of the trailer here, with this another, running towards the camera moment, like you were just saying. As the propeller falls off of this plane, and she's sliding down this bit here. It looks like this is gameplay too. Like you're controlling that.
Yeah, we didn't see that part, but yeah, that does look like it is in game.
She reveals she hates tombs. It's just like Indiana Jones saying he hates snakes. And we finally get the release date that we've been waiting for Tomb Raider, March 5th, 2013. So it's very cool.
Very, very cool. And we're excited to see more of it. We're going to actually have it live on our stage during E3.
Yeah, absolutely. And when will your preview be going live?
I believe it goes live at noon the first day of the show on Tuesday, June 5th.
Cool. Excellent. Well, we'll have lots more coverage of Tomb Raider coming out of E3, so stay tuned right here to IGN.